our brain need to work. We need to generate these new ideas, and we need to control AI, not like AI should control us. So yeah.
And I think again, building on what you're talking about there, AI, the wise use of AI really involves critical thinking. It involves, um, as I said before, discernment, judgment, sometimes intuition. And just before we came on air, I finished drafting an article I'm submitting that talks about how as intelligence becomes commoditized, which is really what AI is offering the world, wisdom becomes the differentiator in the marketplace for business. Artificial intelligence is changing how decisions are made. Wisdom determines whether those decisions serve what matters, protect what is human, and shape a future worthy of us. That is where our conversations begin. Welcome to Beyond AI, Wisdom at Work. Welcome to this episode of Conversations. I'm Brian Gorman, your host. I'm the founder of TransformingLives.coach, and I work at the intersection of artificial intelligence and human wisdom, as does our guest today, Dima Negerduk. Dima is the founder and, I guess, chief operating officer of Negerduk.ai. Welcome, Dima.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and hello to everyone.
Dima, could you begin by telling us a little bit about your company and why you started it?
So, I'm not like an IT guy. So all my life I did B2B distribution. I did like sales. I had my company in Ukraine. So when I started AI for myself, I understand that in this new world, you don't need to have marketing department anymore. You don't need to have sales department anymore. You can basically replace everyone using AI. It's how my journey started. So I came to United States and I started from scratch. And I started again learning AI, not because it was really funny and popular, because I don't have any other option. And for almost 4 years, AI helped me like building company, which is now doing 6 figures for me.
So I want to explore something that you said there, which is you no longer need the people.
So uh, I think you need people, but just a couple of them. Can you imagine that previously, if you are mid-sized company and you want, for example, to expand or to be more popular in internet, let's say you want to create some digital marketing materials, you want to SEO or meta advertisement. So you need to hire some kind of company, you sign up contract, you have a lot of people to talk with, you have a lot of improvements. What you can do for now? For now, you can hire, for example, one company, or you can create your own using AI, and you will have everything under one roof. So you don't need anymore like to speak with a lot of people. You can talk with just a few who will use AI, and you will promote, you will increase sales, you will clean the mess, you will like close leaks. So everything what can be do manually can be now automated.
I want to challenge you on that.
Okay, let's do.
The
Like
the
shall we just?
whole, yeah, the core of my work says that while the technology can bring the intelligence to do all of that, it doesn't have the wisdom.
Of course.
It doesn't have the early insights or the gut feeling, for example, that a salesperson might have as they start talking to prospective customers and hearing different versions of no, et cetera. That those abilities to discern, to judge, to intuit are human.
Yeah, you're right. And to confirm this from my side, as I am totally now AI guy, I can tell you that probably in future, if you will have, for example, some real human in your customer support team, it will be a benefit. If you can talk with a real person, not AI. And what about wisdom? Now, I think now we call it prompt for AI. And the benefit of person who is doing AI against the person, for example, who is just playing with AI. Okay, let's do next, Brian. Everyone can create website using ChatGPT, right? And it will be like you can create it for 5 minutes. It will be nice website. Like my 6-year-old kid can do this basically. But again, you're right. Without soul, without like any kind of logical things, it will be unseen for Google, and I'm not sure you will have a lot of like sales. And here is when here is where people are really important, because like we received a hammer. Yeah, we received like an amazing ability to build and to be like 10, 50 times more faster. But again, our power now, it's our knowledge, and I call it prompt. I call it like food or information that you will feed to your AI for him or for her. I don't know, someone calling it like girl, someone boy, yeah, to be like the best on the market. So if my company creating a website, we have, for example, prompt for 15, 70 or 100 pages that you just feed it, and he's working like automatically for, I don't know, a few days. And in the end, you have amazingly beautiful working product. So yeah, soul and all this now we're calling prompt.
I actually just relaunched my website, and ChatGPT was my partner in developing it. And
Yeah, it's what I'm telling.
we had 2 weeks of conversation. We had
Nice.
2 weeks of conversation. So it wasn't a single prompt. It was a whole series of conversations, literally conversations.
Yeah, it's great. And now you need to understand if, for example, you're, let's say, middle-sized business owner and you, for example, decided to do this for yourself. Now you have a great ability to connect this website to all servers, right? Now you can ask him, hey, I want to be more, let's say, visible for Google. I like which Google request we should be working on, which articles I should do, like which marketing materials we should create, or maybe, I don't know, let's go to some podcast, or which words I should tell on podcast. And all these now really important, because if you want to promote specific servers, Google need to know about you, and your customers need to know about you. And everything that you will tell or you will write on your website now is reading by AI. AI is transcribing each video, AI is transcribing each podcast. And if some words are matching the words that people are searching, so your business will be on the top.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. When I did a search not too long ago for my name in AI, it showed up pages, pages and pages in Google. Demi, I want to dive into, or Dima, I'm sorry, I want to dive into what you're talking about a little bit more, because this is not a process by which we use the technology to just go faster.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
In fact, for me now, I'm finding it takes me just as long or even longer to do some things using the technology.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience with that?
Sure. So, for your listeners, probably who are just starting with AI or who are thinking that, hey, I will open for myself, let's say Claude Code or OpenAI or Codex or whatever you will use, and they're thinking, wow, I will put my business on AI. I will sit somewhere on Maldives. I will fire everyone and I will receive like $1 million of revenue or profit. No, you won't. It's like a huge mistake of people who are starting because as for me, I'm working for now like 15, 16 hours per day. And I don't like, I have a lot of friends in AI. I don't know anyone, guys, anyone who start to work less. Everyone start to work more because it's like some kind of AI drug or AI addiction. So now, again, the main thing that you can generate your ideas immediately. For example, as for you, Brian, yeah, you created a website for 2 weeks. It's unbelievable. I don't know if you can do this like previously, but for now you can just have like $20 subscription and you will be visible for people in internet, right? So and next one, you will wake up in the morning and first thing before brushing your teeth, you will like generate new idea and new idea and new idea. My wife started to jealous about me as like, hey, maybe like you will spend some time with me, with kid, because it's impossible. You can't stop. You can't stop building.
I want to build on that a little bit because my prior website, I probably spent about a day, just me.
Nice.
It was before I knew how to spell AI, and turned it over to a and I forget whether it was Fiverr or one of those I guess talent agencies, and a day later I had my website. This time it took a lot more thought. I went a lot deeper in that thinking, became a lot more analytical, and all of it prompted by the technology. The risk isn't that AI becomes too intelligent. The risk is that leaders allow intelligence to outrun wisdom. I work with CEOs, founders, senior teams, and boards facing the leadership consequences of AI. Trust, accountability, culture, decision-making, and human judgment. My work helps organizations move forward without losing what makes them worth leading. Start with a no-pitch 30-minute conversation. Call country code 1-917-653-5198 or email Brian, that's Brian, at transforminglives.coach. I would not say that I am addicted to AI because it is not my line of work, if you will, but I am in deep partnership with it because it is just that. It is a thought partner. It is a research assistant, although I never cite research unless I not only get the source, but check the source to make sure that what I'm being told is what the source says. But it is, for me, I used to say I'm a solopreneur. I'm almost not a solopreneur anymore because I have such an engaged partnership with the technology. But one of the cautions, and whether you're a solopreneur or whether you're the head of a global company, one of the cautions is don't let the technology think for you.
Yeah, for sure. People will be, some people will become super lazy and dumb. It's sad, but AI, AI making everyone life more easier and like people don't want to think anymore. And I've been on a great podcast recently, and someone told that teach your kids using AI just to receive more knowledge and information to become more clever. So try to teach them you using AI like this and not like asking them everything, yeah. Because our brain need to work. We need to generate these new ideas, and we need to control AI, not like AI should control us. So yeah.
And I think again, building on what you're talking about there, AI, the wise use of AI really involves critical thinking. It involves, um, as I said before, discernment, judgment, sometimes intuition. And just before we came on air, I finished drafting an article I'm submitting that talks about how as intelligence becomes commoditized, which is really what AI is offering the world, wisdom becomes the differentiator in the marketplace for business.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, someone is calling it wisdom, someone is calling it soul, but I mean, your talent, for example, means that you're not AI addiction person. But have you tried, for example, to use an AI? I don't know, for some kind of your routine life, not only for work.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
For example, I can tell your listeners an example. I think it's someone maybe it can be helpful for someone. I am also so a lot of companies they have leaks in, for example, customer support or the call centers because sometimes customer wanna make a call at 3 a.m. and Saturday and speak, for example, French, and no one in French, yeah, and no one is answering. So for some of my clients, I'm building AI call centers that are speaking like 50 languages. They work in 24/7. You don't need to feed them. You don't need to pay them. So you're paying just for tokens, yeah. And I also have a lot of personal AI agents. And so recently, my kid need to go to dental in Brooklyn. And you understand, you lived in Brooklyn, you know, like everyone like can be closed or voicemail or no answer. You need to approve, for example, insurance. You need to ask if they provide like necessary service you need. So I put this voicemail, I put this AI call center for my personal use. And I ask him, hey, call please like 100 dental services. Tell that you're my assistant and ask all questions that I want to know. And in the morning, I had 3 dental services that totally fit myself. And I called them personally and I make a reservation for my kid. I make an appointment.
And Dema, I think that's a great example of the value that AI
Yeah.
can bring, not just to our businesses, but to our personal use. We're going to have to wrap this up shortly, but what other insights are you able to offer our listeners around AI and also around the ways in which what you are bringing to market might serve businesses?
So, first of all, it's not late to start. If someone is thinking, "Hey, this train is leaving without me," no. If you're looking for this podcast, that's mean, guys, that you're in the right place and you can be better than like 99.9% of people in this world if you start to interested like how AI can change your life. Second one. It's super hard, but you need to understand that you will need to work even more than you worked before. Third, you can be more productive, like 100 times more productive. You need to understand that you can test your ideas immediately. If you, for example, want to create some website, create some application, you don't need any more like investor. You don't need any more like a team. You can just use in some websites, for example, like Hicksfield, you can create amazing, beautiful video with almost live people. I mean, with AI, of course, AI live people, yeah, who are using your product. You can create Instagram page. You can download it to your Instagram page, and if people will like it, you can start building real project. If they will not like it, what you do, you just generate your new idea. And probably your 50 or 60 idea will receive like million of views in TikTok or Instagram, and you will understand, wow, now I start to build. So it's also how AI can help yourself. And last thing, it's security. So you need to understand that AI, it's really for now raw product. Yeah. Don't be super carefully when you're feeding sensitive information to it. You need to double think, like even like think 5 times what you're giving to him, especially if you're like small business or middle business. I'm sure you have a lot of financial information, a lot of clients information, personal clients information, especially if you're a doctor, for example, or a dentist. And think twice what will be if this AI will suddenly publish your information somewhere, or if someone will hack it, what you will do. So again, security and privacy. And start, guys. Start from today, because in future will be people who are using AI, and people who are not using AI, unfortunately, will be on the side.
I think as we wrap up, that what you were talking about in terms of experimenting, whether it's for your personal use or whether it's for your
Of course.
business, start experimenting. Don't expect every experiment to
Yeah.
hit the bullseye. Some won't even hit the target, but that's how
Yes.
you learn. That's how you learn. And as you were saying, Dima, it's also how you can very rapidly chart a path forward that you might not have even considered
Yeah,
last week or last month.
of course. Of course. So
Dima Nagaduk.ai. Thank you so much for this conversation.
thank you, Brian. It was a pleasure to talk with you, and thank you to your listeners for their time. And hopefully, I was able to learn them something new.
AI may give us faster answers, but the deeper work is still ours, choosing wisely, leading humanely, and shaping workplaces worth belonging to. If anything in this episode connects to what you or your organization is facing, reach out. I'd welcome the conversation. I'm Brian Gorman, and this is Beyond AI, Wisdom at Work.